nursery. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back to those of you who are already subscribed. So, today I have my little boy here, Gabriel, and as you can see, he is still in this green outfit from St. Patrick's Day, and today is now April 1st. Happy April, everybody. Can you guys believe it's April 1st? I can't believe it's April 1st. Like, what? I just have to keep saying, where's the time going? And it seems like we've all been saying that for the past couple of years now. I feel like in the past few years, there's like just the time kind of sped up, or maybe I'm getting old, I don't know. But it's like it was just New Year's, okay? It was just New Year's. And now it is April 1st. So we are officially 4 months into the new year already. So I figured I'd come take him out of the green. I had eventually found these green booties, although it's a different color green, but they kind of blended with his little St. Patrick because it do have like the darker green on these letters. So I had put him in those green booties. I figured let him use them. I think I might have only used those booties once for him since I bought them. I've been really trying to use some of the stuff I have for my babies because, like I said, we collect all of this stuff for these dolls, and a lot of times it be where it's just you collecting the clothes, collecting the shoes, collecting the socks and the booties and the pacifiers. And then I noticed for me, I hardly let the babies actually wear the majority of the stuff that I'm collecting for some reason. It becomes a collection because I'm not actually using it. And for me, just like with my babies, I'm collecting them, but at the same time, I'm more of, what did I do? His bottle right in front of me. I'm more of a collector that actually not just collects the dolls, but they have to be where I'm interacting with them. Like, that's so important to me, and it has been since I started collecting these dolls, these lifelike dolls, since 2013. I've always been more of a hands-on collector. I more say I'm a reborn silicone mommy slash collector slash artist, painter. So I have many titles in this hobby at this point. So yeah, I like to change my babies as much as I can, not every day. Definitely I don't do that anymore. As I said in my last video, I used to change a baby every day. Um like when I first got this baby back in 2017 when he first came to me, and if you're new to my channel, he is the oldest standing doll in my nursery to date. He is the one that I've had the longest. He is, I call him Gabriel, but he is Andrew by Claire Taylor Dolls. And he is an edition doll by Claire Taylor, all done by her. Definitely when I got him, he was a dream baby, and still all these years later, he's still a dream baby. So when he came home, I was so over the moon to have him in my nursery. I couldn't believe it. Like, I had to pinch myself time and time again to believe like it was real that I actually got this baby, brought him home. I never thought I would actually have this baby, as I always say. From the time I ever seen him, I just love this baby, adore him, and I still do all these years later. And so when he came home, I was just so over the moon. I used to dress him every day. Like, thankfully, he's painted very well by Claire Taylor Dolls. And her dolls, like, they just withstand, like, over time, they stay the same. Their paint rarely will peel. You don't really have to powder them that much. Their matting is good. So with him, I felt confident to just change him whenever I wanted to change him. I just would go ahead and change him. So definitely, when I first got him, he was getting changed. You would have thought he was a real baby. He would get changed every day. I would do videos with him all the time. Like most of the other dolls I had at that time, they just got kind of pushed to the back burner once he came home. And I would do a lot of role play videos with him. I definitely enjoyed doing the role play videos with this baby because he just looks so realistic. Like even right now, holding the bottle in his mouth, he just looks like a real baby as I'm looking at him in the camera, looking down at him. He really just, all these years later, still, he's definitely withstanding the test of time with silicone. He still is in his original state. Like he's never been sent back to Claire for any type of touch-ups or anything. This is his original hair. Like pretty much he is in his same original state. And I definitely have handled him. You know, he's been changed. I'm pretty sure I've given him a bath at least once or twice. Now, I did let him go twice. As I always say, I did let him go at least twice. So during that time when he was gone, I don't know if those mommies gave him a bath or not. But pretty much he's withstanding the test of time. And I'm so happy because I wouldn't want anything to happen to him. I'm so happy, like his silicone, everything, his paint, his mat is holding up. Because I still kind of like to change him pretty regular. I don't change him like as much as I used to. But still like to change him and interact with him. And like I was saying with my babies, I do like to hold them. I like to change them. And I like to like actually get the most enjoyment out of my dolls, if that makes sense. Like some people more so will collect where they're not interacting with the doll as much. They're not handling them as much. They more so may change them once a month or so, and then they're on display. I never was that type of collector, or mommy, dolly mommy. I always like to handle my babies, hold them, change them, do role play with them, feed them. Even if they don't have a drinking wet system, I still like to give them the bottle. Yeah, that's basically how I started out collecting these dolls. And that is still the same for me, even though I paint them now also. Like sometimes when you first was a collector or a mommy, reborn silicone mommy, and then all of a sudden you start painting them and selling them and all of that stuff, you kind of move over to the artist side of it. You might not hold them as much. You might not interact with them as much. I've noticed that sometimes once you start moving over more so to making the dolls, you don't get a chance to interact with them as much. But for me, although I paint them now and sell them and all of that stuff too, I still enjoy like interacting with my dolls. And it's like when I started painting them, I was scared that I might lose the enjoyment of actually holding the dolls and changing them and interacting with them and doing videos. I thought I was going to lose that enjoyment, and I was just hoping, you know, that wouldn't happen, where it would kind of interfere with the enjoyment out of the hobby once I started painting them. But so far, I started painting vinyl reborn dolls in 2017, and I taught myself to paint them and root them. And then I started just more recent, since 2021, I painted my first silicone doll. And I haven't painted as much silicone, but I've started back in 2021. So within that time frame though, I haven't like lost that enjoyment of still, interacting with my dolls. It hasn't taken that away from, from me with painting them, selling them, and then still being able to kind of maintain the enjoyment out of the hobby itself. Still kind of making that time to do videos with them still, and change them regular and hold them. Like, I still enjoy that part because I wanted it definitely to stay that way for me, where it still would be my hobby and not where it would just become like painting and become work. That was kind of important to me, where it would not just become where it just became like a job basically once I started painting them. But so far, I must say I still enjoy, the hobby of just interacting with the dolls and bringing them to life when I paint them, and actually having my own work in my nursery to then enjoy once I finish painting it. Like, I'm still kind of getting the best of both worlds basically. So this little guy, as he came out of his St. Patrick's outfit, he's now going to get something for Easter, but it can also not be for Easter. So that's what I like about Peter Rabbit, as I said. So this is a Peter Rabbit short all knit, and it has like the cable knit design going down the front of it. And then it has the Peter Rabbits on the bodice. It has the little collar. I don't remember what kind of collar you call that, but it has a collar and 2 snaps in the back. And I'm going to try this on him. This is a Will Beth, and it is 3-month size Will Beth, but to me it looks roomy. So I don't remember if I put this on him or not. So I'm going to try it on him. Then I took out this one. Now this one I know I put on him. It's also Peter Rabbit. And it's, who is this one by? My Little Chick. But this one is newborn size. So it is smaller. Is more like a romper, and it has buttons in the back with the same type of little collar. But this one is not a knit. I don't know what kind of like print that is on that material, but it's a regular cotton. So I do like this one, but I know he can fit that one, but I don't remember if he can fit this one. So I'm going to try this one on him because I'm curious to see, can he fit it. So then I took out these little cable knit pom-pom socks. They're blue. Both of the outfits are blue, that light blue that I love on him. So he could wear the socks with either outfit if I do decide to switch the outfit, if this one is too big. And then I also found these little socks, more of the little rattle newborn socks. I think that's a dog on there though, but it could be a bunny. So I'm kind of confused. I don't know if it's a doggy or a bunny, but they're the little rattles. He could do these also. And then I also took out these little shoes because, as I was saying, I'm trying to incorporate the shoes. They're navy blue little shoes from Mayoral with the little tassels on it. So he could wear shoes and socks, or he could wear the little booty socks with the bunny on it. So we're going to change him, see which one he's going to put on. And what else was I getting? Oh, a diaper, because he has on this dark black and white striped diaper, and I want to just put on a white one so it won't show up through his outfit. But yes, I'm trying to incorporate, as I like to interact with the dolls and that I have, and they're not just sitting around. I also am trying to use some of the stuff I have instead of the stuff kind of sitting and is not being used. Is basically like I'm collecting it and not using it. So I want to start like really taking time when I pick out an outfit, that I also pick out like socks, or like certain socks I didn't use in a while, or booties I didn't use in a while, you know, or the shoes that they haven't worn or in a while, or worn at all. Like I have so many new baby shoes that none of the babies have worn. So I'm trying to actually get some use out of this stuff. Take my time and pick it out and use it. So this little guy has a squishy tummy, as you guys know that I always have to show and take a little squeeze. Like I love his squishy tummy. It's the best one, that like all the dolls I've had with squishy tummies, I love his the most. It's just the way it feels. I love how it feels when I squeeze. But that's not what the squishy tummy is for. It's not to squeeze it. It actually serves a purpose. When a silicone baby has a squishy tummy, it is so that they will be more, instead of picking him, I'm going to brush it off, whatever that is on him with the brush. It's easier when you brush the silicone dolls when they have little fuzzies on them with a brush, a blush brush that's soft, instead of picking them. That way you don't accidentally pick the silicone with your nails. So yeah, the squishy tummy feature is actually so that your baby is flexible and mobile. You see how he can just bend like that? Basically, that's what these squishy tummies are for. He can bend all the way forward because he has that nice squishy tummy. Also, when you hold them, they feel nicer because they're soft right here. So when you do hold them and cuddle them, they don't feel so stiff and rigid and like firm. They have that nice cuddle factor when they have the squishy tummy. And this is his back, and that's for people who've never seen him. I love his back because it looks so real, like a real baby's back. And he just looks so realistic all these years later. Now, he is an older baby at this point. He was poured in, or originally created in 2015. So he is poured in two pieces. He has that ball jointed neck, as you can see. And I keep his neck turning, nicely turning, so that I don't break it. Thank God so far it's good. It hasn't popped, knock on some wood. Um, but I keep it powdered underneath, and you could put the matting powder under there. I usually just lift it up like that. If you can see, I lift it up, and then I just like put the brush with powder, or I'll pour powder under there, and that keeps his neck under there nice and smooth and turning his head, because silicone, of course, is sticky and it'll get sticky under there. And then sometimes their head won't turn, and you could end up like popping their ball joint under there, and you don't want to do that. So I usually try to make sure I keep under his neck powdered with matting powder or cornstarch. You could use the regular natural cornstarch. And I have put like the cornstarch baby powder under there as well. But I don't powder his whole body. If I do want to powder his whole body, then I use matting powder to powder him. Years ago, we used to use the cornstarch baby powder. But I don't really use that anymore to powder the doll. Most of us don't. Trying to get my water in. Ever since I was sick, my throat is still so dry. So I'm trying to like make sure I drink enough water because I don't drink enough water. But anyway, most of us stop using the cornstarch baby powder to powder the silicone dolls with, because although it's cornstarch, the baby powder, like say Johnson's or whatever brand, it's not pure cornstarch. It is mixed with vitamin E, I think, and aloe vera and different fragrances to make it smell good. So technically, those aren't the best thing to put on your silicone doll. The matting powder, like from whatever company you get your matting powder, there's different ones. It's really better to powder your silicone babies with. But I do see people still use baby powder. It's up to you what you want to use. But I basically try to stick to matting powder, and it is expensive, but it do last long. You don't have to like keep most dolls, if they're matted well. Let me say that if the silicone doll is matted well, then you don't hardly have to powder them that much. And that's what I do like with clear Taylor dolls. You don't have to powder them so often. Like this baby, I hardly have to powder him. My Layla by Clear Taylor Dolls, my Dwayne Awake, I don't ever have to powder her. This baby, I might powder once out of the year, maybe, if that. But Layla, since I've had her since 2018, I don't even remember powdering Layla. And she's still well matted, and I don't have to powder her all these years later. But say if it's other silicone dolls that I've had, even silicone dolls that I've matted, I sometimes will powder them. They sometimes might get like tacky or shiny or whatever, and I'll powder them. But yeah, I try to stick to the matte and powder if I do powder the babies. So, okay, this outfit is fitting him. Maybe I have put this on him. As I put it on him, it looks familiar, like he's worn it before. I probably have put it on him. But he fits it, although it's a 3 months, and it's a kind of a roomy 3 months. But it's not that big. It's actually fitting him. Sometimes this baby can fit 3 months, and then sometimes he needs newborn stuff. But it looks cute. It's not that big on him with the little socks. And I love him in light blue. Like this is his color for sure with his skin tone. I love light blue for baby boys anyway. That's like my favorite color for a baby boy is light blue. But for this baby in particular, like he just definitely just looks so good with light blue. So it makes me not even want the shoes on him. There I go again, where I'll take the shoes out and then I don't want them on the baby. Like he looks so newborn with just the light blue, like all light blue, no shoes. But I'm gonna put them on him. I'm gonna put them on him. I took this passy out again with this long clip with the knit little balls, and it has a G on it for Gabriel on the little beads. So we will give him this. But if he gets the pacifier, it may not go in because these nipples are kind of big. So to be on the safe side, then we're gonna put a little KY on there, personal lubricant. And it is water-based, and so it's safe for your silicone baby's mouths, and that just makes that passy go right in, and it doesn't like rubble on his lips and all of that. So he got his lovey that says Clear Taylor Dolls. He got his passy. So the last thing, I guess maybe I'll put this on a different baby. The last thing I want to put on him is we will try the little shoes. Although when I take the picture of him, when I take his pictures, I'll take some with the shoes and then I'll take some without the shoes. That's what I usually try to do, so that way he'll have pictures with both things Yeah, the shoes look cute too, even though they are darker blue. And I did at least want to dress one baby for Easter because, as I said, I don't really dress all my babies for the holidays all the time unless it's Christmas. So I don't know who else I will dress because Easter is Sunday. Like, I can't believe it. Easter is early this year. So I don't know if I'm going to dress anyone else. We'll see. What's today? Tuesday. Possibly I'll come back and try to dress someone else. I don't know if it'll be in Easter stuff, but still I'll try to dress someone else since it's only Tuesday. And then this month for me, April is busy because it's Easter. And then I have two birthdays this month. My daughter Brianna is going to turn 18 this month on April 16th. It's her birthday. And then my granddaughter, Alora, is going to turn 3 years old. I can't believe she's going to be 3 on April 19th. So Alora's birthday and Brianna's birthdays are 3 days apart. I think last year, even Easter was during that time. If I'm not mistaken, Easter was later last year in April. And I think it was Brianna's birthday, then Alora's birthday, and then the next day was Easter Sunday. It was like back to back to back. Like, but this year it switched up. So Easter is earlier, and then the birthdays will be like in 2 weeks from now. So it's starting to get that busy time of the year for me. So anyway, my battery is about to run out. So I finished my video in time, you guys. So we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.